Did you know your Android app can talk to another app like two different programs? Not through APIs, but directly inside the phone. That's called IPC, Inter-Process Communication. First, what is IPC in Android development? IPC means communication between two different processes. Because in Android, each app usually runs in its own process. Each process has its own memory. One app cannot directly access another app's objects. So, if you want to share data or call functions across apps or services, you need IPC. The use cases for IPC: payment app talks to point of sale service, or banking app talks to secure device service. App talks to background service running in another process. Two apps share a common service SDK. Process vs thread. Many people confuse the difference. Thread inside the same application and shares memory, but process separate memory isolated for security. IPC is for process and process, not thread to thread. The core of IPC in Android Binder. First, Binder is Android's low-level engine for IPC. You rarely use Binder directly. Instead, you use tools built on top of it: idle, messenger, bound services. The IPC options: messenger, which is simple and safe, is best when you want to send messages like commands. Communication is simple, you don't need complex functions. It uses handler, message, for example, start a transaction, stop service, get status. Pros: easy, safe, and good for basic IPC. But cons: not great for complex APIs, message based only. Idle, advanced and powerful. Idle stands for Android Interface Definition Language. It is used when you want real API-like communication. You need multiple functions. You want strong typed methods. For example, a payment service exposes start payment, cancel payment, get lost transaction. This feels like calling normal Kotlin functions, but actually it's cross-process. The pros: powerful, structured, support callbacks, and great for SDK service architecture. But cons: more complex, harder to maintain, requires careful design. The binder directly is used when you build system apps. You build framework level services. Performance is critical to you. Most normal apps don't need it. When should you use IPC? When you must communicate with another application, and you must communicate with a service in another process, and when you need isolation for security, or you want a stable service used by multiple applications. Don't use IPC when both components are inside the same application. You can use normal modules plus dependency injection. You can use coroutines or flows. You can just call functions normally because IPC adds complexity. The use cases: payment terminal example. If you have a point of sale app contains a user interface, payment service app which is secure, and flow will be as following. Point of sale app will call idle method like start payment. Then payment service communicates with the smart card, and service will return with result callback to you, which is approved or declined or cancelled. This is a real system design pattern. Security and performance notes: IPC requires extra attention. Never trust input from other apps. Validate everything. Protect your service with permissions. Keep data small. Avoid the huge objects. And handle process death gracefully. IPC is one of the most powerful Android topics. It is used in payment terminals, banking apps, system services, enterprise devices. Thanks for watching and see you next video.